Do you know what 1948 Italian film is considered one of the most important films ever made? It is the movie Bicycle Thieves. It is set in post-World War II Italy. Right after the war started, everybody's living in poverty. It is a working class man's story of his bicycle being stolen, which he needs for his work, and he's been out of work a long time. And he and his son set off on a quest to try to find the stolen bicycle. It is directed by Italian director Vittorio De Sica, and the cast is made up of complete non-actors. It was Vittorio's decision to have a cast that was made up of all non-actors. It was nominated for an Oscar in 1949 for Best Screenplay, but was also given an honorary Oscar for Best Foreign Film. In Italy, this was released in November 1948, but it didn't come over to the United States until December of 1949. And being an Italian film, it is filmed on location in Rome. In the United States, since this was a Code era film, the Hays Code, there's a couple of scenes that were cut from the American release. One is where the boy urinates in the street, and the other is a scene set in a brothel. Those scenes were considered against the Hays Code, and they would not approve it for release in the theaters. That is probably one of the reasons why it wasn't released until late 1949 in the United States. But they had to do that in order for it to get shown in the US. Because if the production code did not pass the movie, none of the distribution studios wanted to even come near the movie or release it in the US. When De Sica was looking for financial backing to make Bicycle Thieves, he did go to David O. Selznick to try to get the financing, and he said he would finance the film if De Sica would cast Cary Grant in the lead role, which he didn't want to do. He didn't think Cary Grant would be right for the part because he comes off too worldly, too upper class for the part, which I totally agree with. De Sica, if he was going to cast a well-known actor, was thinking more of Henry Fonda for the part, which if he were to go with an actual established actor, get Hollywood backing, I think Henry Fonda would have been a fine choice. But after this, he decided to go with an all inexperienced cast of non-actors. Bicycle Thieves was acclaimed internationally in America, in foreign countries. The only people who didn't embrace the film was the people of Italy for the most part, because they didn't like this being portrayed as a drab, rundown country right after the war, even though, there were parts that really were like this and people were struggling. They just didn't like that all of the movies of that time were focusing on that instead of the beauty of Italy. And Bicycle Thieves has been cited by many directors as one of their most influential movies. These are directors like Martin Scorsese, Danny Boyle, Akira Kurosawa. It was a great influence on the movie industry, especially directors that were about to become huge in the movie industry. And critics also hail this film. It is, if you've ever seen the list of 1001 movies to see before you die, this is one of those movies. Critics, some of the renowned critics throughout the years, this is on their best films list of all times. And I know what you're thinking. Does a 1948 Italian movie hold up after all these years? And I do think it holds up after all these years. I just watched it before I made this video. I hadn't seen it in a few years. And yes, the desperation of the characters in this movie is, you can feel it through the screen. They are just desperate for work. And the fact that this happened to him and he wants to take care of his family. The character of Antonio, who is the father, it just, you can feel his emotion through the screen, and you can still feel it through today. And the emotion of Bruno, who is his son, you can feel him just aching for his father to try to help him with his desperation of the moment, knowing that he can't take care of his family without this bicycle. He can't work. He had been looking for work for years and finally got a job and needed this bicycle for the job, only for it to be stolen right when he begins the job. The heartbreak that comes across from that, of these non-actors, is extraordinary. And the story is simple. It was based on a novel and adapted into it. So it's not an original screenplay. It is based on a book. Even if you are like, it's black and white, it's not in English, I don't like foreign films, I don't like black and white films, trust me, watch Bicycle Thieves. The emotion comes through no matter what language they speak. No matter if it's in black and white. I guarantee you will be moved by this movie. And with Father's Day being here, at least in the US, it's a perfect film to watch for Father's Day, about a journey of a father and a son and their emotions together in this desperate situation. Again, if you didn't know, my name is Stacia. This is my little corner on the internet where I like to talk about movies, and I love when people interact and comment on the videos for these movies. I got a small community here, but I don't care. I just love the conversation around film. My goal this year is to get to 500 subscribers, and I'm almost to 300 subscribers. So I'm getting there. I have until December. But if you'd like to help me out, and if you like movies and discussion on movies, drop a comment below, give me a like, subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. And tell me, what have you ever seen Bicycle Thieves, and what you thought about it? Or what is your favorite foreign film? Let me know in the comments down below. But thank you all for watching. See you next time. Love you. Bye.